The seaside condo development was built in 1981, 40 years ago, in the southeast corner there of Surfside. The area has a mix of new and old apartments, some homes, some condos, hotels as well. Now I want to bring in someone who knows the area very well, Daniel Ciraldo. He's the executive director of the Miami Design Preservation League. Daniel, thanks for being with us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Just wanted to start off on a personal note. Did you happen to have any family, friends, relatives, any connection to people who are still missing tonight? I certainly hope not.
Directly, no, but obviously my thoughts are with all of those that are still, being searched for, and so thankful to all the first responders that are there now.
Absolutely. Well, let me ask you, what do you think, and look, a massive investigation, once we get past these immediate days, obviously has to happen to figure out what led to this tragedy. You know the area, you know the building, you know this community. What do you think they'll be looking at? What theory do you put on the table tonight as to maybe what went wrong here in this 40-year-old building?
Well, that's a great question, and I think one thing I want to make clear is that we have many buildings in Miami-Dade County that are more than 40 years old, which thankfully have already gone through this process. And after the first 40-year recertification, there is a requirement for every 10 years to get another recertification. What we see here with this building, the big mystery, is it was just coming up on its 40th birthday. And so they were in the process of doing those checks to the structural systems, to the electrical systems. And so it will be interesting to see if the engineers that were currently working on that study, if there are papers available and if information was identified, in order to try to hone in on what caused this horrible tragedy.
And according to some reports, there was a building inspector there at that very building just yesterday, meaning just hours before the collapse, which happened at 1:30 in the morning Eastern time. There's also some reports tonight about that the building was sinking. There was a study that came out last year in 2020, and the researcher who published that report said it was sinking at a pretty alarming rate, about 2 millimeters a year. Do you think, is that a common problem in that area because it's reclaimed wetlands? And two, do you think that may have played a role, plus this idea coming out tonight from some residents about all that water in the basement that they say had been there a long time?
Yeah, well, that study about the subsidence of the building is certainly going to be a reference point for research. And I understand from that study, though, that the land area that was subsiding appeared to be isolated to that building. Thankfully, that's not a common occurrence that I've heard of. But these are all really important questions. Obviously, home is it's all about safety. And so I just hope we're able to get to the root cause of this and prevent it going forward.
And obviously, everything about this building is going to be scrutinized incredibly over the next few weeks. Two other things caught my eye in early reporting about this. There was a new roof being put on the building. That work had started back in April. And then there were some reports that also mentioned that there was ongoing construction at a building just south of the tower. And there were concerns that maybe some of the heavy work going on in that unrelated site had maybe damaged the foundation of the tower that collapsed this morning.
Yeah, I mean, these are all very interesting questions. I think that we have to be careful not to speculate. The engineers of Miami Beach and Surfside are some of the best in the country as far as dealing with hurricanes, with sea level rise, with all of the challenges that we have. And I'm confident they're going to get to the bottom of it. But at the moment, it still remains a real big mystery.
And real quick, just 10 seconds left before we let you go. For folks who don't live there in Surfside, what do you want all of us to know tonight about that building or that community?
Well, it's a great tight-knit community just to the north of the city of Miami Beach. And it's about a population of 6,000 people, so many families, young families, very arts and culture focus, and a very resilient community and a great place to visit.
Daniel, thanks so much for your time tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.